Okay, welcome back everyone. This is game 2 of the finals. And this time Poccopacs went for Kingdom of Asturias against the Avars of Reptilicus. Gonna be interesting, I think, with the Raider cavalry units we see on the flank here for Poccopacs and in the woods here against the horse archers of the Avars.
The enemy approaches!
We also have a couple of ambushers on the left side here of Poccopacs in the woods. Duck is being the shadow duck right now. He can't really talk, but he is here in the background. We can hear everything I say that is stupid. But he's not going to be able to talk much. We see the first few shots coming off at the Raider cavalry already. Just quickly gonna go over the builds. We see two ambushers on either side for Poccopacs. A main infantry line of 3 royal guardsmen and 2 swordsmen. Backing them up, we have 3 spearmen, a couple of more Raider cavalry, the Royal Guard cavalry general, and a levy spearman here. On the side of Reptilicus, we have 4 Avar horse archers. We have, how many spears do we have? 4 spearmen and 1 levy spearman. We have 4 Avar noble swordsmen, 4 levy archers, and then we have the Avar guard general and a Avar lancers. 2 Avar lancers actually, one out on the right flank as well. Poccopacs moving up quite aggressively with his royal guardsmen, taking fire from the Avar horse archers, losing a couple of men, but the royal guardsmen have the kite shields and good missile block chance. So now from the front here in the shield wall, they shouldn't be taking lots of damage. This is a bit more dangerous though, where they're being fired at from the back as well. Side rather, and they are losing quite a few men, not quite a few men, just a few men. The Raider cavalry gonna chase off the Avar horse archers here. We see the ambushers sneaking up on the side. Same on this side. We see that Poccopacs is again outflanking Reptilicus quite heavily. I'm not actually sure what unit is stronger of the Avar noble swordsman and the royal guardsmen. I think the royal guardsmen would win that engagement, but I'm not sure how convincingly they would do so. You see this cavalry here trying to get some good shots off at those horse archers, getting some javelins in and killing 4 men, and losing a few themselves in the process, and gonna take even more fire on their way out. So that was in the favor of Reptilicus, I would say there. That's the issue I could see with using skirmisher cavalry against the Avars. We'll have a hard time against the horse archers since they are poorly armored, the Raider cavalry, and need to get very close. Here we see again moving in close fire arrows into the Raider cavalry, and he's actually gonna stand here and take a few volleys. Might be focusing elsewhere on this flank most likely, where you see the horse archers firing some shots into the spearmen. I'm sure it's the most effective use of the ammunition. Now they are starting to fall here, the Raider cavalry. He's starting to move them. Also good to notice the ambushers have missile weapons that do quite a lot of damage. They've got 5 of them, and they do 70 missile damage, so you shouldn't underestimate that. Now we see the main infantry line moving up here for Poccopacs. They are getting fire missiles at them from the horse archers, I'd assume, and the infantry archers would start firing soon. This is getting really close. He notices though, so he pulls those horse archers back. These ambushers moving up, threatening this flank. They would be able to deal with these levy spearmen and spearmen no problem whatsoever. These levy archers now are gonna try to focus down these raider cavalry. If they manage to get a shot off or two, it will most likely do quite a lot of damage. If they hit. I think these are too far away though. Yeah. Well, I got a couple of men on the way out. These spearmen gonna move in. Not sure if that's a good idea against these Avar nobles. These swordsmen are quite far behind. It looks though like Poccopacs wants to force this engagement. He feels he can't win the skirmish engagement, which is probably correct since he has no infantry skirmishers, only these raider cavalry. Spread out quite thin, but so is Reptilicus.
Beware!
Main issue being, I'd say that there's 4 noble swordsmen for Reptilicus, and the noble swords are stronger than these swordsmen. So this flank might actually be in jeopardy, especially considering these Avar lancers here. But you shouldn't underestimate the power of ambushers. Very cost-effective, strong unit. Here we can see these Royal Guardsmen taking a lot of fire, down to 78 men. This is one of 3 heavy infantry units for Poccopacs. So he cannot afford to take this much fire here, I'd say. He needs to close this distance quickly. Reptilicus doing a good way of pulling back here and getting the most out of his missile units. And this unit's almost gone. Down to 40 men already, haven't done anything so far. Starting to waver already. Here we see the ambushers have thrown some of their missile weapons, only killing 1 man, probably dealing some damage to the others. And this engagement is going to be forced here. Will they get their javelins off into the horse archers perhaps, or do they have a attack order clicked at all? Does not seem like it. Here comes the raider cavalry, getting shots into the horse archers as well. A bit of mismicro here, losing quite a lot of horse archers. On the other side, the engagement, this is most likely what is taking his attention here. We have the swordsmen getting in, but getting charged by these Avar lancers, intercepting the charge. These levy archers stay in melee for some reason. They should probably pull back. But those lancers are doing quite a lot of damage. We have these spearmen actually pushing through the Avar nobles. They have probably received some attack order on these archers. Now he realizes he's actually going through there.
This is a shameful
Raider
display.
cavalry very close to getting caught by these levy spearmen. There they do get caught and fired at the same time. Those Avar lancers stayed a bit too long in the engagement there, and then took a volley from these ambushers, I think, down to 28 men. Looking at this flank though, we have the 21 brave Royal Guardsmen still in the battle here. Will most likely, yeah, there they break after 1 more volley. So these spearmen into the Avar nobles will never win. So he realizes this as well, retreats, is in shield wall with the Royal Guardsmen and advancing. His goal is to push the flanks here, it seems, and try to win that. Good interception by the levies here, getting the ambushes while they're standing still and slightly from the side. These levy spearmen will never win against them, but doing more damage than they would have done otherwise. The other flank, looking quite similar. We have some archers here getting charged, levy archers by the raider cavalry. The ambushers are breaking the spears on this side. However, we have quite a extensive cavalry forces here, the Avar lancers and the Avar guard, as well as some horse archers. So they should be able to put some pain on the ambushes here if he outflanks them, get some good hammers in. Center engagement, we have spears of Poccopacs routing, and actually his swordsmen here are breaking. This is what I was talking about before. They can't really stand up against the Avar nobles, especially not after the charges he received earlier. Levy spearmen broke here, managed to drag those ambushes down to 106 men. Avar Noble's getting some shots into the Levy Spearman, which is probably not what he wanted. He wanted to shoot the ambushers or the swordsmen here, I'm sure. One Spearman unit is
The men have thrown
chasing
down
off
their
these
weapons and are
raiders.
fleeing.
Archers routing, more archers about to rout. Here we see the ambushers, first ambusher units routing, but there's still 100 men left here, and we've got some raider cavalry. Raider cavalry engaged in melee still here with the levy archers, actually not winning as fast as Poccopacs would hope. Intercepting the horse archers though with a spearman unit. At the same time as he is being outflanked with his main infantry line though, these royal guardsmen are in trouble. He needs to reinforce this somehow, or he will lose that.
A unit has used
Perhaps
all
the
available
spearmen at the
ammunition.
back would most likely not be enough. Needs to swing these units in and help the main engagement. He is winning on his left flank though.
Nothing remains of this unit now. Their
Poccopacs is
general has fallen. Our
almost
victory
no.
grows
Oh,
ever
but
nearer.
there dies the general. The Royal Guard Cavalry General of Poccopacs died, and in this game, this is devastating. You see, this cavalry unit routes, no questions asked, nothing. Spearmen starting to waver immediately. Swords in the center. They would probably die anyways. They are dropping fast, but they would hold out quite long. Or well, actually, they are disciplined, so they would remain. But oh, the GG is thrown out already. From Reptilicus actually. That an offensive GG perhaps. His archers are getting routed off the field. But his main infantry line seems to be winning. He has killed the general. These Avar Lancers still have ammunition as well. Will most likely try to get some fire into the ambushers. Throwing their javelins into the spearmen, then engaging. The ambushers should win that, but they will probably be hammered as well here. These Avar Noble swordsmen cleaning
The men are
house.
broken and running for their lives.
This flank, the cavalry was of Poccopacs was routed here as well. He only got this unit of raiders left. This ambusher unit's trying to chase the levy archers down. But I think in the end he's got 5 units left on the battlefield. And Reptilicus still has his full general Avar Guard unit here, and still ammunition on it as well. So I think this game will go in the favor of Reptilicus if he does not make a major mistake somewhere.
It's running.
Like, for example, walking cavalry into spears and losing it for nothing. But it doesn't look like he will do anything like that. The spearmen are getting defeated quite quickly by these ambushers, but they are taking damage and now getting Avar Noble charged in the back as well. Will take them out most likely. Intercepting the spearmen, stopping them with the horse archers there, charging them in the back with the Avar Lancers. We'll see if Poccopacs actually reacts quickly enough here. And he did not, so he gets charged in the back. Gonna cost him quite a few men. And there the GG is thrown out for Poccopacs, and he surrenders the game. Which makes Reptilicus the champion for the first Agony Flash Age of Charlemagne tournament. Here you see the stats as well. These ambushers doing quite well for themselves, but the main infantry line getting massacred, and quite a lot of money put into that. So that was quite costly. You see here some Avar Nobles doing great. The horse archers getting a decent amount of kills, all of them. This general not having to do anything. All in all, very well played to both players, and congratulations to Reptilicus.